So, March, in addition to being my birthday month, is National Endometriosis Awareness Month. And I have stage 4 endometriosis. So, part of why I have my torso exposed is because I've had 2 surgeries in the past year. And there's that perfectionist side of me that wanted to wait until I was completely healed and everything was back where it was supposed to be before I exposed my torso. But I was like, no, let's not do that. They're part of me and they're a reminder of what I've been through. And also, it actually feels better when I don't have fabric pressed onto my scars. So that's that. Okay. What is endometriosis? Well, it's basically the tissue that is released monthly during your menstrual flow that grows elsewhere in your body. It's not limited to your pelvic organs. It can grow anywhere. And like the overachiever I am, I also have it in my diaphragm and my liver. But we will get to how I found all of that out. So, I've always had heavy menstrual cycles. Like, it's just something in my family. We were always told, like, yeah, all the women in our family get really, really sick. So I didn't really question it when things were really heavy. I was told to take more Advil, or get on the pill. So, of course, I got on the pill for a while and I realized the pill made me crazy. Like, it made me absolutely crazy. Like, I couldn't regulate my emotions. And once I went through my divorce, that's a whole other video series. We'll get to that. Once I went through my divorce, I was like, why am I still on this pill that makes me crazy? So as soon as I stopped that pill, I ended up getting sick again. So when I lived in New York, I had one surgery done because my gynecologist back there thought it was uterine polyps. So she went in, cleared some stuff out, and I made sure to tell her, I was like, I want to have kids, so don't go ham on it. And she was so shady because I was over 30 and she was like, really? You need to get on that. So I have that procedure. Everything's good for I want to say a year and a half. But I would still have random soreness, or if I had to pee really bad, it would really, really hurt in a way that was I don't know what's going on. But when I would go to the doctor, nothing was ever different. I would experience doctors that were frustrated that I didn't just want to get on the pill. So they didn't really offer me much hope. So I moved to LA. I finally start booking TV, coming from theater, transitioning to TV, and I got that good SAG-AFTRA insurance. And I was like, amazing. I'm going to get this stuff checked out. So I I get a general doctor and they do the pap smear and it comes back irregular. So I'm like, okay. So she sends me to a specialist. And because I'm not in my early 30s, because I am in my 40s, they sent me to a fertility specialist. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm not dating anybody serious right now, but it's good to know what's going on. So she's absolutely amazing. I go in and she's like, let's do an internal ultrasound. She does that. She's like, oh, I see a fibroid. It's about the size of a small grapefruit. We'll have to schedule a surgery just to remove that. It's outpatient. Boom, boom. So we schedule the surgery. Surgery is in January of 2023. My parents fly out from Pennsylvania to LA and go in for the surgery. I wake up. I was a little bit nauseous, but okay, or so I thought. I had given my parents my bedroom and I put up a little cot in my guest room. So I wake up on the cot. My doctor's calling to tell me how the surgery went. And she starts talking and everything starts spinning. I call in for my parents and I put my doctor on speakerphone. She told me that I had stage 4 endometriosis and it was one of the worst cases she'd ever seen. And something she and I had talked about during my visit was like, I'm not in a relationship right now, but I do want to have kids. And she was like, you've got time. This is LA. Like, you have way more time than you think. And I was like, great. So when she told me that based on the condition my uterus was in, that there was no possible way I could carry a child, it was devastating. She said that my endometriosis was so bad, she couldn't even see my fallopian tubes. Like, apparently, when they put the cameras in for a laparoscopic surgery, they're supposed to be able to see right through. And apparently, because I'm an overachiever, my endometriosis is so advanced. My bowels had fused to my pelvic organs, which is part of why I started throwing up when I wasn't on my menstrual cycle. So she said everything was glued together. She disconnected a portion of my bowel that had fused to my stomach. She got some off the uterus. She couldn't even get to the fibroid. So the fibroid was still there. And my fallopian tubes were kind of strangled underneath. So it was a shock, to say the least. And it was devastating. It was absolutely devastating. I'm still working through my feelings about it. And I absolutely know there are so many beautiful ways you can become a mother. But I needed to grieve pregnancy. I needed to grieve not being able to have that experience. And as you can tell, it still affects me a year later. So she told me not to rush and make any decisions about how I wanted to move forward, but she said she recommended a complete hysterectomy just based on the severity of the disease. So my parents and I are very close, and I was so grateful they were here as I was processing that, because I was pissed off. I'm still a little bit pissed off, I'm going to be honest, because I was raised in the church. And, like, God is supposed to give you the desires of your heart. And what is more of a pure desire than to carry a child? And I didn't want to do it by myself. There are amazing single parents out there. It's just not for me. My parents are still together. I saw the teamwork they required, and I'm an actress. So I had all of that spinning in my head. And my dad has always said, listen, if you adopt, there are so many different ways. We will love the child no matter what. And I was like, I just need you guys to sit with me in this. I need you to not try to make me feel better, because nothing is going to make me feel better right now. Nothing. And in that grief, there was also a relief, because I was like, that's why I'm always so tired. That is why I've been getting sick so much. That's why my stomach has never truly been flat, because everything has been so inflamed. So that started me on a journey to healing that I'm still on. But this year I'm ready to talk about it. I'm ready to share. I'm ready to share my 2 surgeries, what endometriosis looks like on a daily basis. I still have it because there's no cure. So I want to just put a spotlight on what this disease is. And if you have a uterus and you've always had really, really painful menstrual cycles, get it checked out. Like, do not let up on your physicians, and find a new one if you have somebody who is just dismissing your symptoms, because you should not be in debilitating pain every month. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to bring you on this ride, and we're going to talk about early menopause. And I'm going to share all the stuff that, yay, y'all get to look forward to. So yeah, stay tuned.